Hey there, folks. It's been a while. Oops. Um, yeah, I just wanted to put out a quick little, probably not quick, update video to kind of go over where I've been, where I'm going, and just a little reflection on, the year past and a look forward to the future. So, yeah, I hope everyone's been good. I've been on Twitter and stuff. It's not like you haven't seen me, but I just haven't put anything out in a while. Kind of went on a little unofficial hiatus. I didn't really talk about it or anything. But mostly just the holidays got busy. Started a new job. Just a lot of stuff going on. And then I got more free time, but was having some technical issues. Ended up getting a new solid state drive for my computer, for like the operating system at least. Reinstalled Windows, put that on there, and now I can't seem to get OBS to work, which is frustrating. So I've been playing around with a few different programs to try and get something else going. But yeah, haven't really been able to record anything. But I also haven't necessarily wanted to. I don't mean that to say that like I'm quitting or anything. That's not what this is about. I just kind of realized that what I was doing wasn't making me happy. And I didn't want to put out a bunch of stuff just to put it out. I wanted to, enjoy it, to be happy with what I was creating again. So I've taken a few weeks to kind of figure out what I want to do next. And I've come to the realization that I'm done with Let's Plays. Just in general. Last year I kind of said that quite a bit, that, after I finish this next one, then I'm not going to do another one, and then just all these caveats, of, doing the Zelda stream, which was super fun, don't get me wrong, and then finishing up Metroid Prime, and all this stuff that I had kind of already started, so I felt the need to finish. I don't feel the need to finish them anymore. I will compromise. I'm going to put out, I think there's 2 more, like, full... I'm not sick, but I still have a bit of a cough from when I was sick. So, sorry, that's another reason I haven't been recording much, because I... every few minutes. Anyway, I think I still have 2 more, like, full-length stream archives of Link's Awakening that I haven't done anything with. And I was going to cut those up into episodes and put them up. Not going to do that. I will finish that out because it's so close. I think I ended at the 7th dungeon. I will finish that out by uploading the 2 entire stream archives on YouTube as single videos. So each one is about like an hour and a half to 2 hours. I have a, pretty rabid little bitty fan base for that series, so if you few people want to finish that out that didn't get to go to the streams or whatever, you have that option available to you. I realize they're long, but that's about the only way I feel like putting them up, because I can't keep taking all this time to put up, here's an episode of something one day, here's an episode of something another day. Like, for one, I feel like it's too much content. It doesn't get watched. When you put out something every day, in my opinion, it doesn't get watched. But also, it's time consuming. Like I said, I just started a new job, and I still have school, which, again, just started this week, so I had the last few weeks to not do it, but I was working on other stuff and just relaxing. I hadn't gotten to relax in a while, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, I have other stuff I want to work on. So with my limited, like, about 5 to 6 hours a night to actually work on stuff, after, accounting for, like, driving home after work, eating... spending time with Brooke, all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't have a lot of free time each night. That equals, and during the week at least, about 20 hours total of free time. If I wanted to put out, like, an actual produced video or something, like, for example, if I wanted to bring back the score, which I'm going to, but not quite yet. If I wanted to do something like that, it would take about probably between 10 to 15 hours, maybe closer to 20, depending on how much I have to, like, find on the internet or like Photoshop or whatever the case is. That's my week. Like, it's done. So, if you want Let's Plays and, like standalone funny little gameplay videos and the produced stuff, I don't have time for all that stuff. so I'm going to focus on what I enjoy most. And honestly, at this point in the game, my audience is pretty much my friends. Like, you guys, you know, the ones watching this right now. I don't have, like, 1,000 or more viewers that are just here because they like the content I'm putting out, or, you know, whatever the case is. They enjoy the game. Like, I don't want to, you know, discount that, because obviously what you do, like, what you play, things like that are important. But you guys are here because you like me. You know, we're buddies. We talk, we hang out, you know, that kind of, well, virtually hang out. But I don't feel like you would leave because I stopped doing Let's Plays, or, you know, whatever the case is in that regard. If you do, that's, you know, that's your option. I totally understand that. People like certain kinds of content. I would not, you know, be mad. I would hope we could still be friends, you know, talk on Twitter and stuff. I don't expect everyone to watch all of my content anyway, or any of it for that matter. I don't think that you have to watch someone in order to be their friend. But I'm just saying that, you know, at the level I'm at on YouTube right now, I feel like it's time to kind of figure out what I want from YouTube. Because, you know, if, big if, I grow and, you know, become more popular, that's when people are going to expect a certain thing out of me. That's a blanket statement for everyone, you know? So now's the kind of time when we can play with things and figure out what works best and what suits our, you know, personalities, our styles most. It's not Let's Plays for me. I really wanted to do Metroid Prime 3 and go through that game and kind of finish off the Let's Plays with that. I honestly can't motivate myself to record it. Like, I love the game, don't get me wrong. But I think about recording it, and I play something else instead. Like, something that I want to play, like, casually. Or I think, I would love to play that game, but I don't really want to record it. Because I was having a lot of issues with the Wii Remote and all that, and I was getting a lot of desync issues from the Elgato capture. So I was constantly lining things up, and it was taking me a long time to edit those. I just didn't feel like it anymore, honestly. So yeah, Metroid Prime 3 is gone. Probably by the time you see this vlog, it'll be gone. But I will finish Link's Awakening, because like I said, I got so close, I kind of just want to cap that off with the last 2 stream videos that I have. And as for what's coming next, we'll see. I have some ideas. Like I said, I haven't really been able to record anything because aside from like my webcam, my actual like video camera, and a few other things, I don't really have a way to record right now. I haven't even been able to get any more Final Fantasy VIII done. I'm mostly done with Disc 3 right now. But I haven't been able to get it to record, so I've been having some issues with that. But I do have a few like non-gaming ideas I want to do. A few things with Brooke. Another card game that I got for Christmas that I kind of want to do a review on. Because that kind of stuff isn't going away. I like the one-offs. They probably won't be as often. Because I was spending a lot of time trying to get like a review out every week. And the codes I've been getting in have died down because I haven't been doing them as much. So I've got a decent backlog right now. I can knock some of them out. I think I actually still have one that I haven't uploaded. Like it's exported. I think I just forgot to upload it. So yeah, I've got some stuff like that coming over time. But for the most part, I want to focus on the produced stuff. I've been talking to my friend Metal Blade, who's done a few things with me before. Specifically our Fate Top 10 or Top 5 Winter Wonderland video last year. Like last January, I think. And we kind of want to do a follow-up to that. Like a, thematically similar type where both of us go through a list of things. So yeah, I think that's going to be coming in the near future. Since we both have nice green screen setups and can actually do some fun stuff with that. Maybe some like video compositing and things. We'll see. But yeah, I want to do some other stuff. If anyone else has collab ideas as just gameplay or actual produced videos, please let me know. I also have a few more Zelda ideas that I just couldn't get to for Zelda Month. So I might just do them, just throw them out there. It doesn't have to be Zelda Month, it's fine. But yeah, so there's stuff coming, and not everything is ending. Of course, I'm going to be continuing Final Fantasy VIII Story Play, because that's one that I don't really consider a Let's Play. I mean, it is a narrative, it is a creative work, which I still enjoy doing. when people give me their lines and don't make me mad at myself and them. But that's beside the point. I realize, things happen, but it does get frustrating. But yeah, and then after that will be Final Fantasy VI story play. Yes, I'm continuing this series after Final Fantasy VIII with my favorite Final Fantasy game of all time, Final Fantasy VI. So, I do have a few auditions for that already, because I think people just got really excited, but I just want to put it out there to the, YouTube-verse of the people watching Final Fantasy VIII, or just, loving that game like I do, or that don't follow me on Twitter for whatever reason, even though I have more followers on there than here, so you probably do. But I am accepting auditions for Final Fantasy VI. In the near future, like probably after I finish Final Fantasy VIII, because it is time consuming, I will be putting together some like audition pieces of different characters, just kind of, chunks of dialogue between like one character and another. But if you want to go find like a Wikipedia page for a character and just like read some of their well-known lines or whatever the case is, make it your own. But if you want to send in your own thing to me, you can either send me a message on Twitter with a link to like Dropbox or something, or send it to my business email, which is probably in the description somewhere. Also, I'll put it up here. Freaking, I hate the mirror on this camera. It always throws my fingers off. But yeah, I put it up here. So if you guys want to just email me the audition, great. But think about that. It'll be in probably a few months still, because I've got at least probably 13 to 15 more episodes of Final Fantasy VIII after Disc 2 ends, because I'm combining Disc 3 and 4 into like a single season. And I haven't even started, like I haven't even sent out the lines or anything for that. And on average, it takes between 2 to 3 months for the episodes to go up. So yeah, middle of the year is the point of when probably Final Fantasy VI would start. But I like thinking ahead. I get excited about future projects. But yeah, so that's pretty much it as far as like the past and future right now. I just needed a break. I needed to like game casually. I got really lost in Final Fantasy 15 for a while. I got caught up on all the FF8 stuff as far as like, getting Disc 3 kind of mostly done and actually cut in, so I can kind of do a better job with the script as far as sending people like everything they have, rather than sending them the online script I've been using and then have to send in supplementary stuff as I find it while playing. Now I can just literally like, fill in the script with everything and send to people and not have to like worry about, oh crap, I need this like at the last minute because I'm a slacker when, putting the voices in. The other thing I'm going to be doing this year is kind of going along with the idea of branching out from just like, gaming content. I want to rebrand. I'm not an artistic person. Like, I do video work, not really much with, pictures. I can't draw. Like, I screw up stick figures. They look terrible. Don't even ask me to draw one. But I plan to either, ideally commission someone or possibly bribe them in other ways. Gross. To, kind of make me some new art and stuff like that, and do a whole like rebranding away from the pixel art. Because I feel like when you have just pixel art, which is about the only thing I can do for the record, you kind of just get associated with like retro gaming. And I don't want to do that anymore. I mean, I want to cover like, comics, movies, games, board games and everything too. Real world topics. I really want to start like actually discussing, real things. Rather than this kind of face value, like, hey, let's have fun type stuff, which is great, don't get me wrong. But I'm listening to a lot of podcasts at work, and it's just kind of gotten my mind all stimulated in like serious topics as well. So I want to diversify, and that means kind of, changing up my branding, making it about me as a person rather than this cute little like gaming figure of myself, if that makes sense. So if anyone wants to help me with that, I would love to, have a little shout out as far as like who's available for commissions, who has ideas of like what they would want to, make for me. Because I don't really know what to do necessarily. I should be better at that as a marketing major, but I'm not. So yeah, just blanket out there. And anyone that has ideas about possible things as far as my new branding, let me know. Or if you have artists that you think I should work with, or if you are an artist that you think I should work with, please let me know. I do have some friends that are artists, but I'm always open to new people. But yeah, like I said, that's pretty much it as far as what's coming and what's happened. The only other thing I kind of wanted to go through was just a little, new year, new me. It seems like everyone during the new year kind of reflects on how the past year treated them and their kind of goals for the new year. I personally don't do New Year's resolutions. I think they're garbage. Because if you want to change something, just change it. Why wait for a specific date to say, oh, now I'll make all the changes I should have made earlier? No, you're not going to do it. Like, just totally blunt. If you wait for New Year's to make a change, it's not going to stick. I'm sure there's exceptions to that, but for the most part, that's how I feel it works. But I kind of came to realize that I'm in a much better place, like emotionally, financially, just personally in general than I was at the start of last year. 2016 was a bit of a rough year. Just a lot of plates in the air, a lot of things that I had trouble juggling. When I started, I was technically unemployed. I just finished out a temp job over the holiday after being unemployed for 6 months. And so during that, that temp job over the holiday, I was putting in applications and stuff like that. And I had gotten a little, just kind of a little merchandising job. I was maybe 10 to 20 hours a week at most. Paid basic bills, but I wasn't really able to do much. And then around January, February, something like that, I got a better job that was still 10 to 15 hours a week, but on top of what I was already doing. So I was kind of doing the two jobs that heater turned on. I was kind of doing the two jobs that, both equaled a decent amount of money. I still wasn't able to do anything extra, but I could manage. And then I retooled things around a little bit for a while. Ow. What was that in my headphones? For a while, I was actually working 3 jobs and getting about 40 hours a week, but it was a challenge. My sleep schedule was thrown off. My hours were very juggled. Things would conflict, and one boss would get mad at me, and I'd be like, I'm sorry, I told you when I can work, and it was really exhausting. But yeah, I did that for way longer than I'm happy to admit. And finally, I decided I couldn't do that anymore. I was only working 2 jobs at that time, but it was basically where I would get maybe 5 or 6 hours of sleep a night. Just because of one job was nighttime, one was daytime, and so it was between the two, it was rough. And I put in for more temp work. That was better, more stable, better pay, things like that, and quit the other jobs. And that's where I'm at now. I'm at a full-time temp job, which could, possibly lead to permanent employment. And if not, there's other temp positions available. We're also looking to move. So, I don't necessarily want anything permanent if we're going to be leaving in a different city in 6 months or so. So, yeah, I'm satisfied with where I am right now. As far as, my employment goes. It's been a long road, but I'm doing a lot better. Also, at the beginning of last year, there were some personal struggles. I don't want to get too much into it, but my mindset wasn't quite there. Part of it was because of the unemployment, things like that. But I was emotionally unstable, I should say. And by April, actually before April, but around April, I was doing better enough that I could come to the realization that my life wasn't necessarily complete. So to complete that, I proposed to my girlfriend, Brooke. She said yes, of course. Most of you know the story. But yeah, so, for most of this year, I've been engaged. And friggin' this year, I'm getting married. For, beginning of last year, I didn't know what my future was going to hold. And starting this year, I'm planning my future with the love of my life. That's huge. So yeah, it was a rough path, through 2016. It was kind of the year of finding myself, I guess. But I'm really excited for the future. Like, the potential, you know, for better employment, in a new city, with the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. And I've said it before, but these past few years, a lot of my mental stability and, you know, confidence has come from you guys. So, as sappy as it sounds, I just wanted to, you know, take this moment again to say thank you. It's been a crazy year, and I'm not entirely sure how I would have done it without you guys. You know, as well as the others in my life, but this is a video to you, the viewer, so I am talking about you guys, the viewers, and friends. So yeah, I don't want to get too sappy on you, because, you know, you guys usually just know me for dick jokes, but I just had to take an honest second to, you know, thank you for making my 2016 less rough, and to have good hope for 2017. It'll be the best year ever for me and for all of you. Also, my beard is the longest it's ever been. What do you think? You like it? I'm not sure. It curls, but I think it's good. I think I'm gonna keep it. I kind of want like a big wise man. Why can't I say that? Wise man's beard. There we go. Just like, you know, stroke it. Like a little curl at the end. Anyway, this video is over. Why are you still watching? Until next time, with whatever I end up putting out, have fun. And Happy New Year.